Hello and welcome to part 2 of QED's Data 2. Now we're going to have a look at the do file that should do all of the commands from the first data class. So we go off to stata and you can use the open command here, and it's stata1 do. Oops. So it opens another window. There it is. Just lost it. Okay, so if you look at all the colour coding, hopefully that makes sense. It's the parts that I really encourage you to use are the green parts. This just tells you what it's doing at every point. Maybe I've gone a bit over the top here, but it's good to have some green bits to show you what's going on. Anyway, when you're ready, you need to open the file, which I didn't do, have I? Yeah, so I need to open the data file as well, which is the original one. So I hope you haven't changed it since you first used it. Got my data file somewhere else here, hopefully. Which one was it? It's WDI, wasn't it? Okay, so open that data file, open the do file. Then once you've got them both open, you should be able to go to the do file, and all these commands here can be executed, hopefully, just by pressing this. So I don't think it's done anything at all yet. Let's have a look back at stata. Yeah, it's just going through it all. It's got the histograms. Finished. Oh, it's still free. It's the graphs take surprisingly slow. There we go. So that's the final graph. So it's gone through and it's drawn all the histograms, drawn all the scatter graphs. It's done all the calculations, all the comparisons, and the subgroup comparisons, and the cross tabulations, and all the replacing and labeling of variables. Absolutely everything that was done in all of the last session is just done by pressing that one button in the do file. It executes everything. Another way of doing it points out here is that you can do the same thing by just clicking anywhere in the do file. If you just click and press Ctrl+D, so if I click, this is not a do file, but if I click there and then press Ctrl+D, that would execute everything. But if you do that and press Ctrl+D, it just implements those two commands. So it's a bit fiddly, but you get used to it. So if you just wanted to do on lines 43 to 45, if you just want to do this, so you're getting the summary statistics of GNI per capita, the the comparison of GNI per capita, GDP per capita, and then the detail on GNI, and then tabulation of World Bank groups. Just those three commands. So 40. Yeah, so it's these three here. Just select something like this. So there's bits of each line selected. Do Control D. And see back here it's happened in. Yeah. So you've got the group comparison. And then the detailed thing of GNI, and then the cross tabulation. So that's very quick to do once you've got it into a file. Okay, and then note that the end, at the start, there's this part here, which turns off any previous recording. This just tells stata if it's producing a lot of results in the windows here. If you don't put that in, then it keeps stopping and saying more, more. You have to keep pressing more to make it scroll up, which is very annoying if you have a lot of output coming out. So that's why I set more off. That tells it not to do that. That stores the results in a file so you can see them later. Now at the end, you type in close, and that closes the file so it stops recording. Okay, so that's the do file from last week's class, which would do all those commands again. So when we do this week's work, we're going to build up one of those do files from scratch to hold all the work in. Okay, but that's when we go on to this, looking at this data from Honduras. But for now, thanks for watching.